started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First carry for James Conner. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And here now the Baltimore offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. 16 yards, a first down.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Throwing now, Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down.
4 yards down the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 6-yard line.
Man, I got you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. Partner, are they going to cover him? That's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
Well, what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and often, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys at him. They're doing a nice job of finding his way open, scheming him, as they like to say.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And some strong running. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. Defensively, here are the starters for Baltimore. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Ingram. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 83 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Jackson now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Now Jackson on 1st down. Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Snead's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And Jackson throwing once more to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go, D. Brings up 2nd and 3. 55.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Got his man. It's Williams. Williams loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Let's go.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
as a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Jackson now. Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Big bet on the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Here as he's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On 2nd down, Samuels. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Jackson will take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Now Jackson, flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Jackson will throw again. He gets it to Brown. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Again, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. Above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team Defensive tackles, because we asked them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That last catch, a big one, folks. He's now gone over 300 yards receiving in this game. It is a game for the ages. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jackson. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And Jackson throwing once more. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Running to start the drive is Samuels. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's Samuels again. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Yeah. Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. To throw is Jackson, and a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers, 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson got him in. It's Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Here we go.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Tim Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, Samuels, and some room to maneuver. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Forced out to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the... And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And that will write a finish to this ball game.